We are live. Whoops, I pushed the wrong button, but that's okay, it'll stop.
The Senate will please come to order. Please join me in a moment of silence in lieu of a devotional today.
Sorry.
Thank you. We'll begin with announcements. Are there any announcements? Seeing none, we have two Senate bills for introduction. S-63, an act relating to the prohibition of school resource officers, introduced by Senators Hardy, Clarkson, Pearson, and Polina. Please listen to the first reading.
S-63, an act relating to the prohibition of school resource officers.
You've heard the first reading, and the bill is referred to the Committee on Education. S-64, an act relating to electric cooperatives and property tax exemptions for broadband infrastructure, introduced by Senators Bray, Benning, Collmore, Ingalls, Lyons, Perchlik, Polina, and Terenzini. Please listen to the first reading.
S-64, an act relating to electric cooperatives and property tax exemptions for broadband infrastructure.
You've heard the first reading, and the bill is referred to the Committee on Finance. This brings us to the orders of the day. We have on the calendar for action SR 6, a committee resolution relating to disapproving of Executive Order 02-21, which was introduced on February 2nd, 2021. Please listen to the reading of the resolution. Second reading of the resolution.
SR 6, Senate resolution relating to disapproving of Executive Order 02-21.
The chair now recognizes the senator from Addison for an explanation of the resolution.
Thank you, Madam President. So I'm speaking on behalf of the committee regarding its deliberations and recommendations to the Senate on SR 6, the Senate resolution relating to disapproving of Executive Order 02-21, which can be found on page 19 of yesterday's Senate calendar, as well as on today's More Senate information page on the legislative website. Ordinarily, when we rise in the floor, although I'm sitting today, it is to deliver a committee report, the summary of the issues, deliberations, and recommendations of a committee reflected in the bill under consideration. Along the way, as you all well know, there's often a lengthy process of testimony, evidence, fact gathering, public input, and negotiation to produce the bill. In contrast, an executive order delivered to the legislature under the provisions of 3 VSA Chapter 41, Reorganization by Governor, is closed to our normal bill development process. The legislature can make no changes to such an executive order. For us, it is quite simply a take it or leave it proposal. If we choose to take it, we need do nothing. If we choose to leave it, that is reject it, we must do so in the form of disapproval by resolution, passed within 90 days of the executive order's introduction or before the final adjournment of the session, whichever comes first. The Senate Committee on Natural Resources and Energy is recommending you disapprove the executive order for a number of reasons, which I'll briefly walk through. Before doing so, let me also comment on how we reviewed the executive order. We looked both at the legality of the process described within the order, as well as the executive order's content, that is, the changes proposed. Regarding the legality issues, as you may be aware, the Governor's General Counsel suggested during committee testimony that the underlying law enabling this executive order may not be constitutional. The committee consulted with our legislative counsel and concluded that judging the question of constitutionality was outside our authority, a task assigned exclusively to the judicial branch, and we have therefore adhered to current law, remaining silent on the constitutionality question. Focusing then on the merits of the proposal itself, we evaluated the goals of the proposed change and evaluated the ability of the order to deliver on those intended goals. The executive order spells out the goals. Madam President, may I read from the executive order?
Without objection?
Thank you. The order seeks, quote, to maximize natural resource protections, to enable well-planned growth, to increase predictability and uniformity, and reduce redundancy and inconsistency with other state regulatory programs, close quote. The committee agrees with and supports these goals. The principal recommendation of the executive order is to remove Act 250 permit review and decision-making from the 9 regional district commissions and instead place it at the newly formed Professional Natural Resources Board, consisting of 3 full-time members and new legal support staff. It is possible that minor applications without a hearing would continue to be heard by the district commissions, but this is not clearly stated. All other actions, that is, review of a major permit application, review of a minor permit requiring a hearing, permit amendments, and the appeal of jurisdictional opinions would be handled by the central 3-member NRB board without input from the district commission members. Last, in the case of major applications, the professional board would be joined by 2 commissioners from the district in which the permit application originated. Our evaluation revealed a number of issues of concern, and here very briefly are 5. First and foremost, the lack of a track record of the Natural Resources Board to assume the duties of the district commissions. The NRB, while established in law since 2004, has never heard permit applications. In contrast, since 1970, the 9 district commissions, staffed by an average of 6 local commissioners, 3 regular and 3 alternates, have heard thousands of permit applications and delivered timely results, completing, according to the NRB's 2019 annual report, 55% of the applications processed within 30 days or less, and a full 86% of applications within 120 days or less. Further, as we learned, as stated in the report, that, quote, NRB staff work with district commissions and coordinators to ensure consistent treatment of emerging statewide issues related to the 10 criteria of Act 250, while concurrently respecting the district commission's independence and regional perspective. Thus, the district commissions appear to be timely, and by virtue of their partisan partnership with the NRB, designed to deliver the very consistency named as a goal in the executive order. Our second concern, cost implications of the new professional board. We learned that the NRB currently has a $647,000 deficit. Under the proposal, NRB operations are estimated to cost an additional $500,000. Combining these 2 figures, a future deficit could therefore grow to approximately $1.1 million per year. The executive order offers no permanent financial solution, only the injection of one-time money to pay off the deficit and establish the new board. Third, the executive order does not specify the rights of appeal for a person aggrieved by decisions of the NRB. Resolution of this lack of specification will, according to our legislative counsel, require statutory amendment, but the basis for such amendment is not stated. This uncertainty is directly contrary to the executive order's stated goal of, quote unquote, increased predictability and uniformity. 4, the executive order is also unclear on provisions of its operation, including the use of hearing officers and whether or not proceedings will be conducted on the record. The manner of conducting the proceedings then has an impact on possible appeals. For example, will they be conducted on the record or de novo? In addition, there's no guidance, unlike current law, on how recusals for conflict of interest will be handled, nor the appointment of alternates in such cases. Once again, a well-established procedure is proposed to be replaced by a less certain process, contrary to the executive order's named goals of increased predictability and uniformity. 5th, and finally, the NRB panel will be less insulated from political influence than the current district commission-based system. While all district commissioners are appointed by the governor, only one of 6 members, the chair, serves at the governor's pleasures. The other members can only be removed for cause. In the new NRB board, all members will not only be appointed by the governor, but also serve at her or his pleasure. Given the quasi-judicial nature of Act 250 proceedings, making the quote-unquote judges vulnerable to removal by the governor is contrary to best practices in support of judicial independence. For the just named reasons and more, the committee respectfully concluded that the executive order requires further work to avoid any unintended consequences and to assure successful operation and implementation. The committee formally stated its conclusions in the resolution before us today. And once again, Madam Speaker, may I read from the resolution itself?
Without objection.
So, whereas the Senate agrees with the governor that it is to the benefit of the state of Vermont to maximize natural resource protections, enable well-planned growth, increase predictability, and reduce redundancy with other state regulatory programs, it finds nonetheless complexities and possible unintended consequences that must be analyzed and addressed to achieve these goals. And whereas the Senate believes that the best mechanism to resolve these complexities and unintended consequences and to explore in depth the options for reorganizing the Natural Resources Board is to use the standing committee process, with the resulting opportunity for enhanced research, analysis, and public participation. And whereas the Senate is committed to working cooperatively with the administration to produce legislation that will achieve our shared goals of updating the Act 250 process, and whereas as part of this process, the Senate Committee on Natural Resources and Energy looks forward to reviewing and taking testimony on the administration's complete proposal for changing the Act 250 permit process, now therefore be it resolved by the Senate that the Senate, pursuant to 3 VSA 2002, disapproves of the executive order, and further resolved that the Senate invites the administration to bring forward draft legislation to optimize the Act 250 permit and appeals process. In closing, if you support carefully crafted Act 250 reform, the committee requests you vote yes on this resolution and support the committee's commitment and invitation to the administration to address Act 250 through the full legislative process. I'd like to turn now to testimony received. The committee heard from Amarin Aberjali of Legislative Council, Fred Baser, District 9 Commissioner and Chair, Greg Bobo, General Counsel of the Natural Resources Board, Ellen Chakowski, Legislative Counsel, Jay Persing Johnson, General Counsel, Office of the Governor, Luke Martin, Chief Counsel, Legislative Counsel, Julie Moore, Secretary of the Agency of Natural Resources, Matt Musgrave, Lobbyist, Associated General Contractors of Vermont, Louis Porter, Commissioner, Department of Fish and Wildlife, Annette Smith, Director, Vermonters for a Clean Environment, Diane Snelling, Chair, Natural Resources Board, Ed Stanek, District 5 Commissioner, retired, Tim Taylor, District 3 Commissioner and Chair, and Thomas Weiss, citizen. The committee vote for SR 6 was 5-0-0, and we ask for your yes vote. Thank you.
Thank you. The question now is, shall the resolution be read a third time? The senator from Franklin is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. This is to request a roll call.
Senator from Franklin has requested a roll call. Are you ready for the question? All those in favor signify by saying.
Roll call.
He's requested a roll call.
Okay. Having no, are you ready for the question? The secretary shall call the roll.
Senator Ballant,
Yes.
Senator Baru,
Yes.
Senator Benning,
No.
Senator Bray,
Yes.
Senator Brock,
No.
Senator Campion,
Yes.
Senator Chittenden,
No.
Senator Clarkson,
Yes.
Senator Collmore,
No.
Senator Cummings,
Yes.
Senator Hardy,
Yes.
Senator Hooker,
Yes.
Senator Ingalls,
No.
Senator Kitchell,
Yes.
Senator Lyons,
Yes.
Senator McDonald, Senator Mazza, Senator Mazza,
The chair respectfully requests that senators unmute. The senator from Grand Isle is muted. Please unmute.
we'll come back.
We will do a second round.
Senator McCormick,
Yes.
Senator Nitka,
Yes.
Senator Parent,
No.
Senator Pearson,
Yes.
Senator Perschlick,
Yes.
Senator Polina,
Yes.
Senator Ron,
Yes.
Senator Sears,
Yes.
Senator Sirotkin,
Yes.
Senator Starr,
Yes.
Senator Terenzini,
No.
Senator Westman,
Yes.
Senator White,
Yes.
my numbers. Okay. Senator McDonald,
Yes.
Senator Mazza,
No.
The chair announces the yeas at 22, the nays at 8, and you have ordered that the resolution be read a third time. We now have two joint resolutions to take up at this time. JRS 13, a joint resolution relating to providing for the election of a sergeant at arms, an adjutant and inspector general, and 3 trustees of the University of Vermont and State Agricultural College. Please listen to a reading of the resolution.
JRS 13, joint resolution providing for the election of a sergeant at arms, an adjutant, and inspector general, and 3 trustees of the University of Vermont and State Agricultural College.
Now you've heard a reading of the resolution. The question is, shall the Senate adopt the resolution on its part? Are you ready for the question? And if so, please unmute. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay.
Nay.
Ayes appear to have it, and you've adopted the resolution. We also have JRS 14, a joint resolution relating to establishing a procedure for the conduct of the election of UVM trustees by plurality vote by the General Assembly in 2021. Please listen to a reading of the resolution.
JRS 14, joint resolution establishing a procedure for the conduct of the election of UVM trustees by plurality vote by the General Assembly in 2021.
The question is, shall the Senate adopt the resolution on its part? Are you ready for the senator from Washington is recognized?
Thank you, Madam Chair. May I pose a question to the Chair of Government Operations or the author of the joint resolution?
The chair asked the chair of the Government Operations Committee if she'd be willing to answer a question.
Yes, Madam President.
Thank you. My question is why we're doing this by plurality and not majority?
There are 3 candidates. We've always done it by plurality. That is the way it's called for. And that's the way it's always been done. It does not call for a majority. That could be changed, but couldn't be changed by this in time for this vote, because it would take some time to change it. It is not constitutional, but it is in our statutes.
Okay, that was my question. Is it statutes or joint rules or both?
I don't know if it's both or not. I know it's in our joint rules. I don't know. I would have to research that. I was not prepared for this question, but I will check that out if you would like.
No, that's okay. I can do that. Thank you for your time.
Are you ready for the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've adopted the resolution. The chair now, that concludes the orders of the day. And the chair now recognizes the senator from Windham.
Thank you, Madam President. Pending announcements, I move that the Senate stand in adjournment until 11:30 a.m. Friday, February 5th.
The senator from Windham has moved that subject to any announcements, the Senate do adjourn until Friday, February 5th, 2021 at 11:30. Are there any announcements? The senator from Washington is recognized.
Madam President, Senate Finance will meet at 1:30.
Thank you. The senator from Addison is recognized.
Senate Natural Resources and Energy is changing its schedule. It will meet tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Thank you. The senator from Windham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate Government Operations will meet at 1:30.
Thank you. The senator from Bennington is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate Education will meet at 1:40.
The senior senator from Caledonia is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate Appropriations will meet at 1:30. Thank you.
Thank you. And with respect, the senator from Caledonia is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Institutions will meet at 1:30.
Thank you. Are there any additional announcements? Seeing none, hearing none, the senator from Windham has moved that the Senate adjourn until Friday, February 5th at 11:30. Are you ready for the question? And if so, please unmute. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and the Senate stands adjourned until Friday, February 5th